So the last one is, what is this? This is called Saint Pearl. The last video for today, or for this interval of the day anyway, you think I could cross over here? It should be all right. Is this news that King Charles, no, not King Charles. I just did King Charles. What was it? It was Invictus Games, and how the Invictus Games will be in either Birmingham, UK, or Washington, D.C. I get a bad feeling. I think it's going to be Birmingham, UK. Right? I'm feeling it. It's feeling like it's going to be Birmingham, UK. And I guess for me, there's something I don't understand, and that is, why does the UK want the game so much? Because Harry's is going to be there in a few days, and they're boycotting the games. They're boycotting Invictus. So it seems that they want the games, but not Harry and Meghan attached to it. They want the games. They don't want Harry and Meghan attached to it. And it's interesting because why would they want a lemon? Why would they want something that's failing? Why would they want a dud? Why would they want a nothing? I think what is clear to me is that they want it because it's not a dud. It's not a nothing. It's a something. It's a success. And it's not just a success. It's a smashing success. And now what it seems is that they want the games once again. They don't want Harry and Meghan. They want the games. They don't want Harry and Meghan. We know that because the games are in town in a week or in 6 days. And there's a service to commemorate the 10-year anniversary. And the entire royal family, according to the UK press and other international media, will be boycotting the service. Even though Harry, who formed the games, the son of the King of England, the brother of the future King of England, will be in town exceptionally because he lives in a foreign country. He lives in the United States. He'll be there. So it's an opportunity to see him, etc. And instead, they are boycotting the same games that they're paying millions to bid to host in 2027. So clearly they want the games and not Harry. So then my question is, how dare they, right? Where do they get off with this kind of arrogance to think that they are entitled to the Invictus Games? And then I realized there must be something that I just absolutely don't understand about these games. We don't have all the information about these games. These games, the provenance of it is more complicated than has been let on to the public. And the British government and the British monarchy believes, whether justifiably or unjustifiably, that they have a right to these games. And they're trying to muscle their way into the games to take over the games. They want the games, not Harry. Again, hear me, people. They want the Invictus Games, but they don't want Harry and Meghan attached to it. And I have heard and read, the carnival of so-called experts. This is Brian's term. This is Brian over at Sussex Family TV. He cracks me up every time he says this. He says, the carnival of so-called experts. Hilarious one, because he has a very interesting accent. He says it's the carnival of so-called experts. Have been harping on this, that the games have now outgrown Harry and Meghan. They believe that the Invictus Games is the property of the UK, you guys. The Invictus Games is the property of the UK, and they want to remove Harry and Meghan from any association with the games. And apparently there's a new CEO of the games, and I was seeing some stuff online which I ignored. Oops, I'm jaywalking, sorry. Which suggests that the new CEO does not like Meghan. I ignored it because I thought this is ridiculous. Harry hired the new CEO. So, and that was a recent hire. I don't think the guy has been on the job a year. So what are they talking about that this guy hates Meghan and he's having trouble with Meghan? It didn't make sense. So I ignored these videos. I didn't even talk about it. But now I want to revisit it. I'm not going to listen to the videos, but I want to open my mind to the fact that there's more to the games than we understand in the public. There's more to the games than we understand in the public. And the British government and the British royal family believes that they have a right to those games. And if you look recently at the media that they've been putting out lately, showing a lot of photos of the first games where Charles and William attended with Harry, they're trying to create a story there. You know, they're trying to create a story there, which everybody knows that, yes, they were there for the first games, but the games carried on because of Harry and Meghan, right? The games carried on because of Harry and Meghan, and they expected the games to fail once Harry was thrown out of the family without any money, without any home, etc., etc., and it didn't. It got even better. But still, they believe the games is UK property. And I'm sure the games are incorporated or something in the UK. It's governed by UK law, etc., etc. I think it's very, very complicated. I think it's very, very complex. I don't think we have all this information in the public. And the notion that this is Harry's game and they can't take it away, I'm not so convinced. I mean, these are people who achieved a lot of interesting things in history. These are not people to play with, right? They are connivers. These are conniving people. And they're capable of a lot of very bad things, right? Taking away the Invictus games from Harry and Meghan is child's play, if they want to do it. But here's the thing that makes me giggle in the end, though, because they also have the Commonwealth games, which no one seems to care anything about. And then you have the Invictus games that everyone wants a piece of. Why is the Invictus games so successful? Have they asked themselves this question? Do they really think that anybody such as myself, the whole Sussex squad, people in all over the world who support Harry and Meghan and follow their every move, do they really think that removing Harry and Meghan from the Invictus games is a good marketing move for those games? Do they not realize why the Commonwealth games are not interesting to people? Because there's no star power attached to it. And if they think that William and Kate or anyone like that, anyone else instead of Harry and Meghan are going to be able to keep those games going and keep those games popular, I say go for it. Go for it and let's see what happens, darling. Okay, the next games is going to be in the UK. I'll bet you money. I'll bet you money, because they believe it's theirs, it's their property, it's their copyright, it's their this, it's their that, right? And they're going to try to muscle their way into those games and take over those games, and the games are going to die because Meghan is going to be forced to withdraw. Harry's going to be forced to take a back seat to them, and no one's going to really care, because people really care about the Invictus games because of Harry and Meghan. These idiots, do they not understand that fundamentally? Do they not understand that fundamentally? You take Harry and Meghan out of those games, you might as well bury the whole thing. And quite frankly, you know what? I think they'd prefer that. I think they would prefer for the games to just absolutely die than to continue to have to watch Harry and Meghan having so many different star turns in summers and winters, succeeding on a global stage. Because those games are going to get Harry and Meghan a lot more royal tours around the world, especially in Commonwealth countries, than just Nigeria. They're going to make Harry and Meghan royalty all over again to the 10th power and usurp any kind of, PR goodwill that Kate and William can get anywhere in the world. They want to kill the games. They don't want the games. It just occurred to me as I'm talking, looking at the Saint Germain de Prés Church in Paris. Okay, it's not the games that they want, and it's not Harry that they definitely don't want Harry and Meghan. But then they want to take those games and kill the games just so that Harry and Meghan can't have it and use it as a platform and vehicle to raise their international and global profile. Your thoughts?